So if you got a 3rd gen 4Runner and it's got a really loose handle on the rear hatch, it just won't open as if it were locked. I'll show you how to fix that. Basically, you gotta open up the rear hatch and locate this handle on the back. You need a pry tool of some sort, a 10mm tool of some sort, a ratchet or whatever. Go ahead and take your tool, pull off the handle. You'll end up with a screw and a strap. Now, the panel itself has a lot of clips that are holding it together. You want to be careful not to break them. So go ahead and take your pry tool, screwdriver, whatever you have, even a credit card might work, and go ahead and carefully find a good edge and pull that down. Now you're looking at a black panel which has some electronics on it. Don't mind those. It's got 8 screws. They're all 10mm. Go ahead and pull all of those off. So basically, in order for the door to open, this steel cable here, it needs to get pulled. If that steel cable doesn't get pulled, the door doesn't open. We've got a rod that pushes a bracket, which pulls the cable. All of that has to happen when you pull the handle. There's a few possible reasons why this all might not be working. It's possible the rod's broken or jammed. Maybe it's not even there. It's possible that the clip, the white clip, maybe that's broken, not holding the rod in place. It's also possible that the steel cable, maybe it's rusty or seized. You want to make sure that's nice and clean and well lubricated. Once all that happens, all of those check out, everything should work fine. However, if the rod can't push the bracket to pull the cable, if that's not happening, the door won't open, right? So check this out. If I jam up this bracket and I push the rod by pulling the handle on the hatch, nothing happens. That's where all the play comes from, in the handle itself. You'll want some sort of lubricant. I have a silicone lubricant here. Anything other than WD-40, something that's going to last a while. And you want to liberally spray all around this bracket. I've already sprayed this, so I'm not spraying it much. Make sure you spray the cable too. And really take the time in between sprays to work the lubricant in between all the parts. Make sure that everything moves freely. Also, check out this bracket right here. This is right where the handle is. This rod gets pushed whenever you pull on the bracket. You want to make sure that the plastic white clip is in place and it's not broken or brittle or missing. And whenever you pull on the handle itself, this is how that rod moves. So you need some free play here. You want to make sure that this is nicely lubricated, it's not seized, there's no rust. So take the time to lubricate all around here. You won't really damage anything. One thing to note here is that this horizontal bracket you see is just a support brace. It's not doing anything. It doesn't really matter. What matters is the piece behind it and that it moves nicely. So check out the rod, make sure that it works, make sure that the cable gets pulled and that the bracket that pulls the cable moves very nicely and freely with no obstruction. Lubricating all the right parts and making sure they're there is what it comes down to. Test your door and make sure it works well.